been a while. Last video I put up was for the M4, but I'm glad to be back. And today I got a fun topic for you guys. So 2010 V10 R8 that I've had since 2016. It has had one previous owner and I'm the second owner. The previous owner didn't drive it. He was an older gentleman. And then I came along and did all sorts of crazy stuff. And then here we are in 2025. So today's video, we're gonna get into how I actually made the best financial decision buying this car. So we'll talk about that topic. We'll talk about how I was able to leverage the car to make money. And I will talk about how this car has been the best financial decision I made in a weird and different way. Not your average stocks or your average compound interest, blah, blah, blah. And this is gonna be completely different, but it's gonna make sense for anybody that loves cars and maybe to understand how you can get into this world and actually make money and basically, have a vehicle that kind of pays for itself. I got my iPad with me. I made some notes for you guys, make the video a little bit more smoother, make the video more easier for me to break down in an even way. So let's get started. Okay, so what if I told you buying an exotic car can actually make you money? Sounds crazy, right? So 9 years ago, I bought an Audi R8. And it ended up being one of the best financial decisions I've ever made. So basically, I'll give you guys a background of why I bought the car quickly and why it has helped me and where I am today in my life. 2016, I found this vehicle after looking for about a year, right spec, right price, and it was located on the other side of the country. Flew down with my father. We saw the car, great bonding memory, perfect spec, gated manual. Back in 2016, nobody cared about a gated manual. And now the craze for the gated manuals has gone up. So that's, a different story. Bought the car, 13,000 kilometers on it, put solid, 60,000 kilometers on it. That's 75,000 kilometers now. I've driven the car, maintained the car, and here's the car. There's the gist of that story. Why I bought it, fell in love with Iron Man, fell in love with the movie, fell in love with the character, fell in love with the car because the first time I saw the car, I knew I had to have one. There's the other part of the story. Hopefully that sums it down for you. Okay, let's get back to the main side of the video. That was a summary of the breakdown. I've talked about this before, so I didn't want to go too into it. Okay, so everyone thought I was crazy for spending so much money on a car. Back in 16, I had a plan, but in 2016, buying a $150,000 car, obviously plus taxes, etc., it was quite out there, to be honest with you. So buying the vehicle was, first of all, already a big stigma in family, friends, all looking at me like, what's going on? What's this crazy guy doing buying this car? I just told them I loved Iron Man. Simple story end. So, financial breakdown. And basically this will tell you how I have learned and leveraged this car to actually let the car pay itself off. In the grand scheme of things, it has always, brought me more business. And how that works is a couple of things. First of all, appreciation and value. When I bought the car, it was through passion. So the first rule of thumb, always buy with your passion. Second, when I bought the car, I bought it a little tad more expensive because it was well taken care of. I think I paid about $10,000 over, and that was the best decision I ever made because I knew the quality of the vehicle I was getting. And that makes a huge difference. So remember, buy with passion, buy with your gut feeling, and buy what you like. Because technically, this is an anomaly. It's not gonna happen to everything. This is just my story with the R8. And as I said, this is the lessons I've learned buying cars. Buy what you like, buy with passion. Second thing, appreciation and value means what the car is worth today with what I bought it for. It's worth a little bit more, but with the kilometers I've put, with the insurance and everything, it's pretty much probably gonna break even. So that's to the side. But how did I pay this car off initially? You must be wondering, being that it's so expensive, in what type of rational manner did I justify this? Okay, so I'll tell you. Purchasing this car allowed me, first of all, to present myself in a community
of car enthusiasts that were at a different level. And what I mean by that is, in 2016 was the first time I ever bought an exotic. But in 2015-14, I just had cars that, like Audi S4s and C6 Corvettes, and I had like a Dodge Charger and whatnot. And so these cars never allowed me to get into a playing field and network with people that were at a higher a scope. So meaning my circle of friends were a certain amount of people in that category. In order for me to find people that were successful, in order for me to network and genuinely get into circles where people had already either started their entrepreneur businesses or were starting their entrepreneur businesses, and to network, how do I do that, right? Being young and driven to start a business and trying to figure out what's going on. So a vehicle like this allows gates to open in many different ways, and you might not realize how. So business is not only upfront monetary cash value. A lot of young people have a notion that I trade something for monetary value right away. It doesn't work like that. In order to make money in any field, there's a couple of things you have to have. You have to have trust, you have to have reputation, and you have to have experience. Now imagine you entering into a field of work and trying to network with people that are already really successful. How do you gain their trust? The number one way I've seen to get people's trust is try to associate yourself with people that are loving the same hobbies as you. So cars being an example, Audi R8, I joined Northfacerally. When I joined Northfacerally, it allowed me to network with these people. And the reason why they were able to trust me was because I built up a personal brand. And what I mean by a personal brand is my personality, who I am as a person, what I represent, and what I provide. So me joining Northfacerally, I met people through my passion, and it was their passion as well. They're more inclined to trust me. And there was rallies and events and stuff that we did which allowed us to become further friends. A lot of us were already friends from before, but I could not join that circle of people without having the item first, right? So I had to stretch myself out in that regard to get into that situation. So now I'm in the club, I meet people. Just an example, I'm in real estate, right? So I am in real estate, it's not an example. But being in real estate, I met people that were like-minded real estate investors, mortgage brokers, people that did private deals, lending. So there was so many business opportunities that opened up because I met these people that were in this car club that genuinely had the same love for the hobbies that all of us do, and we were able to connect on that level, and that actually elevated business. So it took a little while for me to gain that trust, but allowing that to happen, these people would now have this communication with me and do business with me. Hence, it would be making me and generating me money, which would be essentially paying off toys and your lifestyle, etc. Okay? So that's one main thing. Your circle of people changes as you elevate your game, right? So this was one of the elevations. Maybe the next elevation might be something else. We'll see. Okay. With cars like this, there are other ways I've seen people in the group make money. I didn't do this personally, but simple short form is you can rent your cars, you can do social media content, car shows, affiliate marketing. There's so many ways that people did this in our group. So I just wrote these examples down because they use cars and mix those things together, and it's totally possible. Okay, networking opportunities we already talked about. And then, basically that made me realize that buying this car allowed me to get those networks in order to do the deals in the real estate side and essentially pay the vehicle off. That's it. It was that really simple. But now, there's a couple of important things here. There's research and timing. You have to do the research of the demographic you're trying to target. If you're not a car person, you don't go buy the vehicle. For me, the Audi R8 allowed me to network with people that were like-minded because I'm a car nut. But if you're into watches, if you're into something like a sport or golfing, or it doesn't have to be anything even expensive. It can be anything that allows you to get into a segregated community of people that will genuinely enjoy conversations about that topic with you. Very key thing in succeeding in business, in whatever business you do. Okay? And in order to create income streams, you have to diversify your portfolio. Meaning, you have to have mentors, you have to learn, you have to figure out, okay, if I like real estate, right, and I want to open up a business, a pizza store, I have to go find a pizza owner. And that pizza owner might be in one of these groups, in these groups that I'm affiliating with due to the car. See how it all ties back? It ties back because everything relies on, I guess you could say, a full circle moment. If you have this vehicle, it doesn't mean it's going to generate you income, as I said before, but it might allow you to meet that pizza owner. So if you're a student and you're striving to, let's say, build a portfolio in the car community and start your business, simple way, photographs, and then from photographs you meet the owners give you opportunities. Let's say you're just an average person working 9 to 5, no problem, absolutely great. You've saved up enough money to get into a certain community, you buy what you like and what you can afford at that time. With that community, you leverage that community as much as you can. Example, I got into Audi True North before the R8. Actually, I was in Audi True North before owning this car with the S4 I had. I never really documented it. I never had Instagram back then. And with the S4, I was able to get into that club and then just elevate into that brand higher. Actually, I'm in all the brands. If you notice, I'm in Mercedes True North, BMW True North, and Audi True North. Wink, wink. A reason why, okay? just a tip from me to you, because a lot of these people sometimes wonder, what's this guy doing? There's a reason. There's a method to the madness, and the scale gets bigger. So remember that, okay? All right. So my question to you guys is, would you ever buy an exotic car as an investment? Like, let me know in the comments, because the next week I'll show you, I guess you could say, how I'm trying to turn my cars and bike lifestyle into some content creation. It's new to me too, but see how I'm venturing out to different things. So this is a me to you. Hey, try something new, try different things, venture out, learning from people that already do this. You know, my friend Les Market Aries, he's given me some great tips on how to do things. I'm in tour. He runs Northfacerally. He's doing vlogging too, because we're all experimenting with where we can take certain things. This is the only way to do it. You have to learn. And basically, the lessons that I really learned from owning the R8, I'm gonna just sum up for you guys for this video, and I'm gonna sum up and tell you guys what maybe not to do and what to do, because the circumstances are different for everybody. It doesn't have to be an R8, but this is how this car justified for me, I guess you could say, purchase-wise, was able to now generate income and get me into the stream. So the notes that I made is, not all exotic cars are good investments. What to look for, okay? So look for a vehicle you can get into that is particularly going to fit into that group without you having to spend a ton of cash. You don't have to go buy the latest Lamborghini. You don't have to go buy the latest Porsche. What you have to do is buy what you can afford, and that will allow you to be a stepping stone. A lot of people call the R8 a beginner supercar. In my opinion, it makes sense because you're looking at the price point. If you go into any of these clubs, you will notice that nobody cares what you drive. They care about the experience, they care about the vibe, and they care about your personality. Driving in cars are just a stepping stone. So remember that. Don't fall into ego. Don't fall into anyone's trap of, I need $1 million car, $500,000 car. No, you can start off and get into these groups, participate in the rallies. So let's say you go buy yourself a 997 Porsche for $60,000, make it look good. You get into this club section of things, that technically to me that's an amazing car. Let's say you get into, that's like, or like a V8 R8, or even the V10 R-tronics are coming down, or a Gallardo 140, 150,000, and all of a sudden you've got yourself into that stepping stone into the clubs, and now you're able to leverage that car with what your personality provides. So that's one of the key lessons I learned. Second thing, how do you create a personal brand? Personal lesson learned. Personal brands are created from you as a person plus the product. So if you are selling a service, people are buying you. They're gonna buy the service if they're gonna buy on you. They're gonna buy what you're saying. So learn how to speak, learn how to pitch. Don't go aggressively to a group of people standing in a circle and start pitching something that you're selling. Provide information as to why it is important and why it would make a difference in their life, and you will get the sale. That is a big component of my real estate success, and I am passing that on to you. If you ever watch this video, I don't know. All right, the last note I made was, if you want to make money using a vehicle, do not have emotional attachment. So I'm going to end this off with the video off with the last lesson I learned. Emotional attachment to a vehicle, if you're renting out, if you're using it for photo shoots, is not good, because you're going to care about the smallest stuff. And in addition to that, I'd like to add that a lot of people, when they buy their first exotics, they get too emotionally attached. I did too. But I learned that these are materialistic items that you must move on from. If you don't, you have to still elevate your game. So if I choose to keep this R8, I will have to genuinely buy something that is newer. Why? Because it's just, after a little while, not everybody's excitement level is going to be the same. So that's the last lesson I learned. That if you don't have genuine excitement in front of the people that you are sharing your passion and love with, nobody will take you seriously. Have true passion, be real, be loyal, don't backstab anybody, enjoy yourself in the moment, enjoy yourself around all these people, take whatever information you can, network, and try to get yourself business, and try to get yourself into a position where then you can start to upgrade your cars. So what I choose to do is to keep this R8, and I've added a couple of other vehicles because I want to try different brands. One of the main reasons being I get to go into different brand groups. Second reason is because trying different brands tells me what type of people are in that brand. And once I know if those type of people are in that brand are something that I genuinely connect with, I will then show them my personal interests. I will show somebody, the business side of things. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope you guys understand this video was just more so about vehicles can pay themselves off in a way that you don't realize. If you buy a vehicle and you have a monthly payment to sustain, you can cover that monthly payment by networking with that vehicle if it's the right vehicle. So obviously like an entry-level exotic or an exotic car, or like a Huracan or whatnot, you can get into that, and then from there you can meet the people that will elevate your game, and then you'll still be in like some sort of $1 million Ferrari. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The different type of video. Is super chilly outside, and next week I'm trying to do some content outside because the weather's supposed to get better. But honestly speaking, guys, all love. I love making these videos for you guys. I'm starting to get a real connection with the viewers that are watching, and I hope you guys take something away from this. And I know everyone also always asks me talk about people's careers and what they do. I will get videos out of some of the friends that are in these circles on what they do. Issue is timing. Issue is a lot of people have to be free for me to make that time as well. I'm running around showings and property tours and etc. So because of that, our time is so limited. YouTube is not an income stream. YouTube is just a passion project. And again, it's one of those things where I'm trying to diversify myself into. So hope you guys enjoy the content. Next time, if you guys have any recommendations of any videos that you'd like for me to make on any topics, please feel free to tell me, and I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the like button. Apparently that helps, so I'm learning that as well. And yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.